Hello and welcome to this new UD. Since we're starting a new UD, I want to use this video to explain you what the UD is going to consist in. So, I will divide the video into parts. The first part is going to be about the mappa conceptual. And the second part is going to be about the main elements we have in the unit. So let me tell you that the mappa conceptual is really a very important tool that we don't use very often. So the mappa conceptual tells you it's a summary of all the principal elements or the main questions we have in the lesson. So it will be very important to have a look at it at the beginning of the unit and then at the end of the unit. When we finish the unit, we will go back to the mappa conceptual to search that we already know enough about the most important elements. This will be the time to go back to the UD, to the corresponding number section, etc. if we don't control or we have the feeling we don't understand it good enough. And in the second part, as I told you, we'll be taking a look to the UD so that you know what's going to be about it. So let's start with the mappa conceptual. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look to the concept map in this UD. The title of it is going to be Identifying and Describing Products and Services. How are we going to do this? We'll do this by means of three elements: physical features, operation description, ads, manuals, and brochures. What I do by means of physical features will be describing mainly three things. The first of them is dimension, shape, and weight. We will be using some grammar for this, so we'll be studying comparatives or the comparison in English. And then we will explain the function. Then we'll talk about operation descriptions, and we'll end up the unit talking about ads, manuals, and brochures. So let's take a look to the unit. In this case, we will start learning how to explain the kind of products that are made in the company we work for. We have some sample conversations that you can take a look at. This will help you organize the conversations and learn the main structure of the sentences. You can continue by watching a video where you can present products or services. And we have some tips for presentations and effective presentations. So you can have a look to some tips for presentations. And you can also take a look to effective presentations. In this case, they'll be talking about the prior things you have to do before you start the presentation, then during the session, what to take into account, and then some guidelines for speakers. In 1.1, we talk about measures and shapes, and you can practice here on conversion of measures. So we will continue with 1.2. We will study some grammar, we will study some comparisons, and then you have a video where you can study superlatives. You can do some practice, some examples, and then we continue to 1.3. In 1.3, we learn to explain what things are done for and what is the purpose of a certain device. Then you have some structures, very useful structures you can use, such as it's used for, the function of is plus infinitive, etc., etc. We will continue to point 2, where we learn to describe how a machine works, and we study some grammar. We study the conditionals in this case, and we also study the imperatives. Here you have a document about milling machine work and how it works. It's very interesting to have a look at it, because here you can see the milling machine part and the cutting tool and you can watch a video. We will continue to point 3, where we'll be talking about advertising materials, manuals and brochures. We'll learn about the importance of advertising, and we'll take a look to a document about it. Here you have a document about why advertising is so important for your business. We will end up watching a document that tells you why websites are so important for the company and how a company can benefit from having a website. They give you 13 advantages of having a website for your business. So you'll be talking about different ones, like it's less expensive, it's advertising, satisfaction, it's increased customers, it's accessibility, it's access to information, it's also fresh, the links are important, and your relations will be better as sales increase, and it's a good opportunity for long-term clients, and you can get many ideas from it. So with this, we'll be finishing the lesson. I wish you good luck with UD, and I'll see you in the forums. See you, bye-bye.